SCP-5733 is called the Suburb Slasher. Now, I'm not really sure how this is gonna go down, but the caption says knife, scream, cut to black. It really makes me think murder. We gonna see how it all goes, guys. This one's by the Rubber. Make sure to subscribe to him. Subscribe to me if you like reaction videos, and let's get into this one.
Viewer discretion is advised. Heather was feeling uneasy.
All right.
It was supposed to be a lively party, but her friends have been disappearing one by one as the party went on.
Oh.
None of them had any idea where the others had gone to. As she walked back into the living room, all her friends were now present, except that they were all dead.
Murdered!
Their throats slashed, bodies bleeding heavily.
Oh my god!
A man in black overalls with his face covered in dirty burlap sack suddenly appeared at the other side of the room. Heather wanted to scream, but she knew that if she did, she would end up like her friends. Hello, everybody.
What the heck, dude?
Today,
that is
we
creepy.
bring you a SCP Foundation Safe Class Object, SCP-5733. SCP-5733, also known as Knife, Scream, Cut to Black, is a VHS tape containing a recording of the horror movie Return of the Suburb Slasher.
It's actually
which,
a movie.
According to the case, produced by Crystal Elms Productions in 1983.
You remember VHS?
The plot follows protagonist Heather Campbell preparing to host a party at her family's residence whilst her parents are away.
Okay.
During the party, a suburb slasher, henceforth SCP-5733-1, appears in the area and proceeds to stalk and murder all 5 of her friends whom Heather has invited over, and a police officer who was on his routine patrol. 5733-1 wears a black burlap sack over his face and a black overalls. He doesn't speak at any point of the movie's duration. 5733's anomalous properties will manifest at the 97th minute of the movie's runtime.
I see.
At the 95th minute, Heather discovers her friends' corpses staged in her living room. 5733-1 appears at the other side of the room and begins to chase Heather.
Right.
She runs into the house basement and locks the door behind her. Once in the basement, Heather then turns to the camera and begins to plead for the viewer's help.
Oh, wow.
Following this, viewer of 5733 can directly talk to Heather, henceforth designated as SCP-5733-2. And advises her on how to escape from 5733-1.
Okay.
The course of the movie then depends on the conversations held with 5733-2. However, 5733-2 will only converse with the viewer about topics regarding her escape.
Okay.
If the viewer ignores her or attempts to talk to her about topics other than her escape, she will walk back up the stairs in a resigned manner and open the door. 5733-1 will be waiting directly outside the door.
And then she gets murdered?
The movie will then cut to black, and the tape ejects itself from the machine.
Okay.
Tests were carried out by the Foundation to help 5733-2 to survive.
Okay.
Initially, basic tests were done by having D-Class personnel to be the viewer and to instruct her. The first 2 tests were conducted with the goal of having 5733-2 to either escape or kill 5733-1. However, both options failed. When she escaped in a car, 5733-1 appeared from the back seat. When she tried to shoot him with her father's shotgun, the gun wasn't loaded.
Oh no!
Both scenarios ended in the same fashion. 5733-1 brandishes a kitchen knife. 5733-2 screams, and the tape cut to black. Since the protagonist couldn't escape or deal with the slasher alone, another test was conducted. This time, 5733-2 was instructed to go from house to house to find neighbors who could aid her.
Which will get them killed?
As she made it to the next door, she discovered that her neighbor, Mr. Loomis's throat had been slashed open, lying lifelessly on his bed. A figure covered in a blanket got up next to the body. It was revealed to be 5733-1. Upon
Straight out of a horror
knife,
movie.
5733-2 screamed, and the tape cut to black. If her neighbor couldn't help, what about the Foundation? 5733-2 was given a covert Foundation phone number in operation in the year 1983, and was told to reach her phone and dial it. To no avail, the phone was destroyed, and a note, written in what appeared to be blood, had been impaled into the phone with a kitchen knife.
What did the note say?
On the note, it said, "The only foundation here is fear." Immediately,
Oh,
5733-1 appeared behind 5733-2 and brandished another kitchen knife. She turned around and screamed. The tape cut to black.
Dang it!
Next, 2 agents were assigned to teach her fighting techniques.
Okay.
5733-2 emerged from the basement and made her way to the house front
What
door,
the heck?
where she was confronted by 5733-1.
Like the Matrix.
Using the combat
Come on,
techniques the
Neo.
agent had taught her, she successfully
one.
knocked 5733-1 to the floor.
Oh, snap.
She then picked up a candlestick from the dining room table and
A
prepared to
candelabra?
attack him.
Ping.
Before she could finish him off, another instance of
Oh my
5733-1
God.
leaped at her from behind, and the tape cut to black seconds before contact was made.
You can't stop it.
The Foundation then
Can't
thought
stop
perhaps bending the genre of the movie might work. So the
Okay.
Foundation assigned an expert in thaumaturgy to teach 5733-2 offensive
Magic?
and defensive
What?
spells against 5733-1.
You're a
At
wizard,
first,
Harry.
She succeeded in fending off 5733-1's knife using a protective ward and pushing him away with a wind spell.
Wow. Okay.
However, as she attempted to run away, 5733-1 casted a freeze spell on her. 5733-2
He knows magic
tried
too.
to scream, but she couldn't. As 5733-1 was about to stab her, the tape cut to black.
Dang it.
After the test, it was reported that certain psychological trauma was experienced by the subjects after viewing 5733, as well as heightened anxiety whenever the protagonist is facing off the slasher.
Right.
The lead researcher, Dr.
But it's
Carpenter,
typical,
then
though,
decided to
right?
conduct a
The
final
horror
test
movies?
with himself as the viewer. Following
Okay.
his instructions, as 5733-2 successfully cleared the vicinity of her residence, as she ran down the street, she heard a noise coming from her house. She turned around and saw 5733-1 had busted out of the door of her house, but he only stood there.
Okay.
She ran for 20 minutes and stopped to take a breath. By that point, she noticed
Appeared?
that both sides of the road were surrounded by nothing but darkness. She was instructed to continue walking, and eventually she saw lights up ahead.
Okay.
Rejoiced, she rushed forward and shouted for help. When she arrived, her heart sank as her steps slowed down.
Uh-oh.
She recognized that place. It was the same area where she lived.
So it's just like
5733-1 was still
she
at
has
her
nowhere to
door.
go.
He walked towards her.
That's
As
horrible.
5733-1
Kitchen knife.
brandished his knife, Dr. Carpenter immediately yelled at her to attack his face.
Okay.
Which she did so after
Attack
dodging his
his
slash,
face.
ripping the burlap sack covering 5733-1's face.
Okay.
Dr. Carpenter then instructed her to stab
In his
5733-1's legs, which crippled his movement.
Okay.
As Dr. Carpenter gave
Go
his
get him,
next
girl!
instruction, he suddenly felt anxious and had a
Uh-huh.
feeling that 5733-1 would dodge the next action. Dr. Carpenter said, "Heather, kill him."
Kill him.
5733-2 rushed forward with both hands gripping the shears
there's some
in an attempt
shears?
to push it against 5733-1's heart.
Oh my gosh.
Dr. Carpenter didn't instruct her on how to kill 5733-1, as he
Uh-oh.
had simply told her to kill him.
Okay.
Yet, she had done exactly what Dr. Carpenter had in mind, and 5733-1
Dodged.
managed to dodge her attack just as well. 5733-1 grabbed the shears from her and pushed her to the ground. Dr. Carpenter realized what those reports of anxiety were about. 5733 will read their minds and use the information against their desired outcome. As the camera tilted up from the ground to 5733-1's face, Dr. Carpenter approaches the television screen,
Is it
staring
him?
at 5733-1.
Is it the
With
viewer?
the sack damaged, his face can be seen, staring straight at the camera.
What?
5733-1
viewer!
looks exactly the same to Dr. Carpenter. Shocked, Dr. Carpenter slowly moved away from the screen,
Oh my gosh.
and the camera zoomed out as if mimicking his movement. 5733-1 moved towards 5733-2
This
with the
is
shears
wild.
held above him.
Cut to black.
She screamed, and before the shears made contact, the tape cut to black.
Dang.
Remember?
Dang it. That's crazy. The actual tape manifests itself as the murderer from whoever's watching it. That's very, very interesting. I wonder what happened when multiple people watch it. But still in all, that's good. This was a really, really cool SCP, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the Rubber, y'all. Subscribe to me if you like reaction videos too. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Zueljin signing off. We'll see you next time.